This is The Tea Mind with me, Erica Moore. It's a space to slow down, step out of the noise and see things a little more clearly. Some episodes are conversations about the moment that clicked and what changed afterwards. Others are shorter clarity sessions, just a few minutes to come back to yourself and think clearly in the middle of a full day. Because when the usual pace stops working and everything starts to feel a little unclear, the answer isn't more input, it's creating a moment to see what is already there. And at the end, I'll share a simple tea ritual that you can try yourself. I can't quite believe it's almost summer again, and if you're anything like me, that creates a strange kind of tension because on the one hand, there's all these school plays, holiday plans, family commitments, longer evenings, the calendar's just filling up fast in lots of different ways. But on the other hand, if you're running a business or busy at work, you might already be thinking about autumn or even thinking ahead to Christmas, planting all the little seeds now that won't bear fruit for many months to come. And somewhere underneath it all, there's that nagging question of, have I done enough? Have I done enough outreach, planning, preparation, etc. to get me through these summer months? So if your attention feels all over the place at the moment, then this episode is for you. But before we begin our pause for tea, just a little reminder that we are not trying to solve everything today. We're not looking for a perfect plan. We're not here to clear your whole list. We're just here to simply pause long enough to find what actually matters. And today I am drinking ceremonial matcha. And you can make this powdered green tea with milk, turn it into a latte, or just have it on its own straight with water. Add a little honey if you want. And as you whisk it, you'll notice the lovely vibrant green powder transforms into a really smooth, bright green tea paste with lots of little bubbles on the surface, particularly if you use a traditional bamboo whisk. And just notice the steam rising gently, whatever tea you're brewing today. Whether it's a green tea of your choice or indeed matcha. Just be aware of the aromas and of the first sip as you sip it. Maybe it's clean and energising if it's a green tea or got that slightly sweet aftertaste. For me, matcha gives me lots of energy and it also helps me settle and focus at the same time. It's really good for getting a sense of clarity, I find. So just be aware of whatever tea you're drawn to today as we pause to become present in this moment. Allowing the warmth of your cup to be enough, just letting your shoulders relax, your jaw relax a little bit more as you sip your tea slowly in your own time, allowing your next breath to come easily. And as you bring your attention to your cup, noticing the colour and the steam, feeling the warmth in your hands as you take a slow breath in and a gentle breath out. Just pausing before you sip to notice the aroma. Then noticing the texture as you follow the liquor as it travels down your throat. Noticing the way the flavour changes as it moves across your tongue, feeling your feet connecting with the floor, feeling the chair or whatever is supporting you, and allowing this moment to become more important than whatever thoughts are waiting for your attention. And just enjoy these next few moments without trying to change anything. Your inbox can wait. All those messages and unfinished tasks can wait. You're not falling behind by pausing. You're just creating this space to allow yourself to see a little more clearly. And as you take another sip of your tea, just notice how the flavour shifts a little. Maybe the astringency, the sweetness or the taste that follow. Just like those thoughts and that inner voice, it can be quite subtle at first, but just notice what's there. And I've noticed something about myself recently. I've got a completely unrealistic relationship with time. And I regularly believe that I can fit more into a week than is humanly possible. Perhaps you do as well. We look at 7 days and somehow imagine that there's room for everything that we want to do. Every project, opportunity, responsibility, endless ideas, and then wonder why we feel a little overwhelmed and we've got that heavy feeling, and while our attention feels stretched and scattered all over the place with lots of things unfinished. But in reality, this overwhelm is perhaps just a confusion about priorities. Not because there's too much to do, but because there's too many competing things to matter. And the things that actually matter the most are often the ones that are rarely heard and rarely given enough attention. All the loud things that you have to do, whether it's the form filling, the busyness, the requests, putting out all the daily fires, all the admin, that's a lot easier to pay attention to, but often the important thing is whispering to you, and unless you pause and listen to notice, then that project maybe never gets moved forward. Or maybe it's a conversation that you've been avoiding, or a decision that you've been putting off. And that work requires your best attention. And just bringing your awareness back to your tea now as you continue sipping, just noticing the warmth as it moves into your chest. Noticing the taste. And imagine just placing everything currently on your mind onto a table in front of you. You might want to do it with physical objects if you're in a space where that's possible. Just your main tasks, commitments, ideas, expectations. All the things that are perhaps been hiding in your mind. Just make them actually visible. Maybe you want to use post-it notes if that's helpful. And then ask yourself, of everything on this table, whether you've done it physically or just in your mind's eye, what matters most this week? And if you accept that there physically isn't time to do everything, what one task or object would deserve your full attention this week? And just notice what appears. That thing that just keeps returning, keeps nagging at you. The one thing that would make this week feel really, really meaningful. And perhaps you've known this answer deep down all along, but just giving it space to be heard is all that's needed. And just continue to sip your tea in your own time. Remembering that you're not trying to finish everything, you're just trying to make some meaningful progress on something that actually matters. Something that's going to move the needle. So stop asking everything to be important and just hold that one thing that you're going to move forward this week. And as you take another sip of your tea, just notice the last flavours and that lingering sweetness. And your list will not be finished, it will never be finished. You keep getting more and more and more. Life keeps adding to it. The seasons keep moving, things keep coming up, but this week can still count. If you choose what matters, give it your attention, and let everything else wait its turn. And I think it often helps to remind ourselves that we are doing a better job than we think. And as you set your teacup down today, just listen to the sound that it makes against the table, signalling your decision of what you're going to focus and pay attention to this week. If something in this episode stayed with you, don't try to change everything all at once. Just start with a moment. Make some tea, let it steep, take a breath, and notice what's actually there. And from there, choose whatever matters next for you. This is the T Mind, from presence to clarity, so you can live with intention.